In this video, we're going to see how we can create different effects that will help you to improve the models inside your scene of RHINO, and also, of course, your rendering. Now, the render is the final result that you're going to have of all your work that you've done in RHINO, starting from the 3D models, then proceeding with the lighting and placing lights, and then finally applying the textures and the final touches. So this is about those final refinements that you can do to finalize your render view. Now you can see here there are different effects that I'm going to explain to you, and let's get started. The first thing I want to show you here is to create a 3D text. Now we never create a text in RHINO, which is pretty simple, and you can find the text tool here. So you go to solid text and you can decide the height of your text, so in centimeters, because we're using centimeters units. So mine is going to be 1 meter, and also the thickness, which could be, for example, 4 centimeters. Now you can edit this just as a standard text. You can change the position of the text, you can make it bold or italic, and also you can rotate it if you want. Now with the text you can create simple curves, you can create 2D surfaces or solids. Now with the solids, again, you have the thickness, because usually whatever you create needs to be a solid, even if you create something for a render. Now you don't always have to do that in a render, because for example this wall here is not a solid, it's just a surface, but it looks like a solid. So the render will help you to hide some of the well, things that you don't want to see. But usually it's better to create a solid than a simple surface. So let's create a solid here. And there you go. This is the text. Now I'm going to use another view here. I'm going to place it right here. And well, if you want to create the neon sign, well, you can see now everything is going pretty slow, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm using the displacement. Displacement is probably the heaviest effect that you can apply, so I need to turn that off by going here to the displacement tab and turning this off. Now we will get back later on to that, but that's gonna like get you stuck in your scene, so be careful. So this is my text right now, so I need to move it in my wall in order to see it. Okay, and now if I want to create a light effect to create like a neon sign, well, we already know that. Basically we just go to the materials and materials tab, apply an emissive material, and that's all. If we don't have it, we can just create it, but we already saw how to do that. So I'm just gonna click and drag here and place this. Well, when you want to place one material for all the objects, you can also go in the properties panel of the object, click in the material tab and select the material from here. So I'm gonna do this emissive, and here you have the intensity. Now don't bump this value too high, but let's try to not exaggerate, so you're not gonna lose the color that you intend to use here. Okay. Now if you want to type a precise value, just click inside and type, for example, 1. Now let's move to the next topic. Now you can see here that I have applied some images, and we already done that talking about textures. So we created this kind of cut silhouette using the opacity or the transparency in the previous video, and applying this to a surface, or well, when you actually insert an image, it's going to create a surface for you. But there is another really interesting tool that we can use, and it's called Decal. Now I'm still noticing a little bit of delay here. The scene is too heavy because I have applied some of the effects that we're gonna see. For example, the edge softening, the shutlining, all this stuff. We're gonna see it in this video, but I have to turn some of these off, otherwise it's going to be too heavy, and we're gonna see that back together. So there you go. So I'm going to deactivate all this stuff that we're going to talk about, and now I can see I can move more fluidly. And this is the impact of these effects. These are gonna slow your work a lot, so make sure that you apply this at the end with your final setting. So to do the first example here with the decal parameter or object, we're gonna have to select an image that you want to apply. So I've selected this one here from Raw Pixels, which is a public domain open source CC0 image that you can download directly from here. And also in another similar site, public domain, pictures.net. Here we have this other public domain, nice moon that you can find. Just type moon and you will find it here in the public domain pictures.net. Now this is a PNG and this one here is a JPEG. I want to show you what's the difference here. Well, you can already tell about this image that here the moon looks nice and round and doesn't have a background. Otherwise, any image will be rectangular or squared. So only using the PNG you can place like logos with the transparency or silhouettes like the cat or people or whatever you want in PNG. Now I want to use another part of the scene to apply this. So okay, I'll use this wall and let's bring in the first. Well, let me use this other wall. And let's go to select first this surface where you want to apply the decal. And then you need to go to the properties of that object. And then we just went through the materials and the textures and the mapping. And now we go to decal. And let's press plus. And first of all, I'm gonna use the raw pixel image here. Okay. Now you need to define the mapping style. So it's like we're talking again about mapping, just as we did in the previous video. But when we use the call, we're going to map only that image on that surface. We are not going to change all the wall with that image. So let's say OK, and then click and define where you want to place that image. Now make sure that you are in a nice spot. For example, the front view will be really handy. So it's like creating a rectangle here and place it into the wall. Okay, now I cannot see anything, but there you go. This is where it went. Now be careful. This is all about how you position that decal. So you can select that back right here, and then you can change the direction. In this case, backward. So it's either forward or backward, or you can also do both actually and have it in double position.